Welcome back. And the tensions within the TNCC are refusing to die down. And the latest member that has lashed out at the TNCC chief has been Karti Chidambaram, son of Home Minister P. Chidambaram. Now expressing shock over the sacking of 19 Congress functionaries by KV Thangabalu, he said that the act was not in tune with the party's rules and regulations.
There is a procedure in which a person can be expelled from the party. There is also a procedure in which a person can be inducted into the party. For example, a member of the assembly, like Mr. Ashwi Shekhar, when he had to be admitted to the party, even though he was a member of another party when he got elected, we had to get AICC approval to admit him into the party. So there is also a procedure to expel certain office bearers and certain functionaries from the party. And I believe the statement issued on behalf of the Tamil Nadu Congress Committee did not follow the correct procedure. I believe it was suo moto and ultra vires. And particularly regarding the Youth Congress functionaries, they are governed by a completely different set of rules and they are governed by the Youth Congress constitution. They are elected functionaries. In order to even expel them, the Youth Congress leadership and Youth Congress organization has to follow certain procedure. Certain people have been in the past removed from the Youth Congress, but they have been done by the Youth Congress themselves. The parent body has no jurisdiction or right to do that. So this is a completely ultra-virus move.
So do you think this has affected the spirit of the Youth Congress members?
No, I don't think it's affected the Youth Congress members. I think they're taking it very nonchalantly. I think the Youth Congress President of Tamil Nadu also issued a statement. I think they're all taking it very nonchalantly.
And sir, how do you think this developments has been taken by the party high command? Have you written to them? What are their reactions?
I have communicated to the CWC member and the Home Minister of India. And many others have communicated this to the AICC. So we are waiting for the AICC to take appropriate action on this development.
And sir, lastly, do you think these developments will affect the coalition once the result comes out?
No. This is a purely inter-party affair. This is not going to affect the election results or anything beyond that. This is a purely procedural issue of the party.
Well, the Supreme Court has issued notices to Tamil Nadu Tourism Minister N. Suresh Rajan on why his disproportionate assets case should not be reopened. Now, the Supreme Court also issued notices to the minister's parents and to the Tamil Nadu government. A charge sheet was filed against Suresh Rajan for amassing income beyond his known sources of income during the period from April 1996 to March of 2001, when he was a minister in the DMK government. Now, presently, Suresh Rajan is the tourism minister. A trial court dismissed the minister's plea to discharge him from the disproportionate assets case. He approached the Madras High Court, which in turn ruled in his favor, discharging him from the case. Now, subsequently, the AIDMK has approached the Supreme Court to set aside the High Court order with the proceed with the disproportionate assets case against the minister. Well, in news that shocked the entire state, a 15-year-old girl was allegedly molested by a CRPF constable on polling duty in Kanchipuram when she tried to make a phone call. Now, the victim's parents, fearing lodging a complaint, fearful of the police and fearing embarrassment, legal procedure and harassment. But the Kanchipuram police have taken the initiative to take legal action against the accused. The accused CRPF Jawan, meanwhile, has been moved back to his West Bengal posting. Now, Kanchipuram police, meanwhile, is looking to pursue the matter with the CRPF and is planning to send an official report to the headquarters. However, no FIR has been filed so far. And in some national news, the Supreme Court has granted bail to activist Binayak Sen, who has been sentenced to life imprisonment on charges of sedition and links with Naxalites. Now, Sen had challenged the order of the Chhattisgarh High Court, which had rejected his bail plea on February the 10th. A professional doctor, the 61-year-old, had sought bail contending that the trial court had erred in convicting him when there was no substantial evidence against him. Now, the bail order from the Supreme Court has been sent to the High Court in Chhattisgarh, which will forward it to the Sessions Court. Once the formalities are completed, a release order will be sent to the jail authorities. Now, Sen's conviction and sentence had led to an outrage in many quarters, including international human rights bodies, which had sought the government's permission to observe the court's proceedings. Well, there was an outpouring of support in favor of Dr. Sen. In fact, we have been receiving reactions from Chennai itself, from one of his classmates, in fact, who told us about the court's decision to finally grant him bail.
You've taken the words out of my mouth. I'm absolutely thrilled.
Do you think that the justice has been finally delivered?
Well, I've known Binayak from my medical student days because he was my classmate. And I've known him to be a very outstanding doctor, a very humane person. And so we were shocked when he was accused of the crimes he's been accused of. And from what's been reported in the media and what's in the public domain, I believe that Vinayak is innocent, and I hope justice will be done. This is only one step in that process. He's been granted bail. Of course, the matter is in the court, and the courts will have to decide. There is a groundswell of support, not only in India but all over the world, for Vinayak. And of course, we in our class are concerned about his incarceration, and we hope that justice will be done to him. And we are very happy as a class. We are in touch as an e-group that he's been out on bail.
And while in other developments, documents that are with NDTV raise questions over potential nepotism and conflict of interest in Rajasthan, where companies that employed the son of Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot seem to have received favourable treatment. And speaking to NDTV, Ashok Gehlot denied that there was any such conflict of interest in his government, giving away a few contracts to the firms that employed his son.
ये भी गलत है। इन कंपनियों को मिल ही नहीं रहा है यहाँ पर। इन कंपनियों के तो मैं नहीं समझता कोई कॉन्ट्रैक्ट मिल रहे हैं। कोई एक या दो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट मिलना कोई बहुत बड़ी बात नहीं है, बल्कि जो उनके ज़माने में जो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट मिले होंगे वो ज़्यादा मिले होंगे कई लोगों को, जो हमारे करीब माने जाते होंगे, भाई हमारे करीब है, हमारे सामाजिक संबंध के लोगों से, उन लोगों को ज़्यादा काम मिला होगा, बीजेपी के शासन में मिला होगा। इसलिए ये तमाम बातें निराधार बातें हैं और कोई तरह का फायदा कोई कंपनी उठाने का सोच सकती नहीं है, इतना मैं आपको कह सकता हूँ। और मैंने कहा ना, वो जो जमीन वाला मामला था वो पूरा उनके ज़माने में पूरी फॉर्मेलिटी हो चुकी, कन्वर्जन हो चुका, 90 भी हो चुकी, सब कुछ हो चुका था। और क्योंकि वो मॉडल बना रहे थे वहाँ पर, तो मॉडल के लिए लैंड यूज चेंज करने की जरूरत नहीं होती है, इसलिए खाली 1500 मीटर से ज़्यादा की ज़मीन थी तो खाली फॉर्मेलिटी के लिए गवर्नमेंट पास गई होगी, तो रूटीन के अंदर उन्होंने किया होगा। हमारे वक्त में भाई कोई संबंध नहीं है कि वैभव गहलोत खुद कभी इन बातों में पड़ता ही नहीं है। ये भी मैं समझता हूँ कि यहाँ की आम जनता भी, यहाँ के मिलने वाले भी, यहाँ का मीडिया भी सब जानता होगा। उस वैभव गहलोत को इन बातों से कोई दरकार नहीं है, ना कोई उनका इंटरेस्ट रहता कभी, ना उसकी नेचर है इन बातों को देख सके। ये मैं समझता हूँ कि इस बात का मैं आराम है, कम से कम ये आरोप नहीं रख सकते कोई।
Well, even as CSK gets ready for the big clash tomorrow, fans in Chennai rally behind Dhoni in a way only Nama Chennai can. We get you all the chants on the other side.